Hey guys, it's the Leo full moon on February the 12th of 2025, and we're going to talk about it. The full moon is always a very powerful time to let things go that are bothering you in your life. And for the Leo full moon, that's going to be especially true for things on the Leo and Aquarius axis. This is Leo, this is Aquarius. We're having this full moon at 24 degrees, and this moon is especially powerful for people that have a lot of Leo, have a lot of Aquarius, have a lot of Taurus, or have a lot of Scorpio. These are the fixed signs of the chart, and they are all getting triggered up the wahoo today and invited to let things go that are no longer serving them. Now, all of us have Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio in our charts, and it just depends, person to person, what is in that area of the chart. But all of us are having all the stuff in those areas triggered today, and that's good. That's great. And we're going to use this energy to create some change in our lives that can propel us forward in the direction that we want to go. So let's talk about the Leo Aquarius axis because that's the one that's really highlighted with this full moon. Aquarius governs individuality in the sense of being a unique individual no matter what anyone else says or thinks. Aquarius deals with authenticity, surprise mental insights, thinking outside of the box, humanitarian service, really wanting to save the world. The people that you know that really want to work at nonprofits, that really want to go to protests, that really want to, shake up things and make the world a better place in a serious way. They're like cool with upheaval if it means that the world is going to be better according to their idea of what is better. That's big Aquarius energy. Leo is the matching sign of Aquarius that kind of inverts that energy in a way. So the zodiac has all of these 12 signs, right? And what's going on each axis is linked and a little bit of the invert of the other. So Cancer and Capricorn is going to be mother and father. And let's see, Gemini and Sagittarius are going to be like the kindergarten teacher versus the chemistry professor. Okay. When it comes to Leo and Aquarius, they govern individuality and they show up in different ways, where Aquarius is going to be like out of the box, um, showing up in my authenticity, let the chips fall where they may. Leo deals with individuality as well, but it is much less about let the chips fall where they may. Leo is a lot more self-centered, where Aquarius is more other-centered. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Leo, this is a really important sign, and without it, our world would not function and everyone would be sad. But Leo deals with individuality in the sense of wanting to be recognized and honored and admired and appreciated for the good that you bring to the table as an individual. So where Aquarius doesn't really care what other people think, or at least it does. All the signs I think care to some degree, but Aquarius is the one that's going to be like, well, think what you want, buddy. Like, I'm going to show up how I want to show up. And it might still be hurt if other people don't like it, but to an Aquarius energy, it's more important to be authentic than to be liked. To Leo, it can often be more important to be liked than to be authentic. So Leo is in charge of fun, brilliance, and I mean like shininess, okay? Um, it's in charge of the social life, leadership, okay? In like more religious astrology, this is going to be the Lion of Judah that's leading the path, like leading the charge, okay? Leo can be linked to emotional drama at times because of that need for recognition. And if Leo is feeling unappreciated, oh, it hurts. It hurts in a serious way. Aquarius can handle feeling unappreciated by individuals because to Aquarius, it's really not about what individuals think. It's about the world as a whole. It's about this like way bigger um perspective, like, so what, Susie doesn't like me. I'm in it for all of the moms on the whole planet. Leo is going to say, who cares about all the moms on the whole planet? Susie doesn't like me, and now my feelings are hurt. So these are some thought questions on what to let go of with this exact full moon. So this is a great thing to pause and, journal on these, or like take a screenshot or something if you want to journal on these. Okay, where have your efforts gone unrecognized? Where do you wish you were more recognized? And what changes might you need to make in order to receive more recognition? Okay, and I wanted to pause here because um, I wanted to talk about how, sometimes we do not receive the recognition that we do deserve. And this is one of the really uncomfortable and kind of horrible things about being a human is that sometimes to get the recognition you deserve, you have to actually draw attention to yourself and say, hey guys, I actually did this. There's this hilarious Instagram account that it got pushed into my feed the other day. Anyway, it's this guy that works in corporate America, and he talked about how what he discovered, he thought that the best way to get ahead in corporate America was to be really humble, to take all the assignments and not complain about them. And what he realized over time was that no, you have to complain about them. When people ask you how it's going, you have to say, "Well, I'm working really, really hard. My job is really hard." Da-na-na, and draw attention to the effort that you are putting into it, because if you don't draw attention to your effort, then people don't recognize that you're putting forth any effort and they don't think that you're doing very much. And so it is like horrible and silly, but sometimes in order to receive more recognition, we do have to like point out that we are doing a job. So I just wanted to mention that. I wrote down points there because for myself, I have no planets in Leo at all, but I do have double Leo in that it cusps two houses because of an interception in my chart. I understand that that was probably all gobbledygook, but I have lots of pure Leo energy and no planets in Leo in my own chart. And I feel like I do need some recognition for what I do in my life. But you can't count on other people to recognize what you do. And my solution to that has been that I give my own self points all day long, which sounds stupid, but it actually feels amazing. And I hope that you do it too. This is my invitation to you on this Leo full moon to, if my kid is whining about food and I like talk her into eating some oranges, I give myself like 10 mom points. I'm like, wow, 10 points for me. Got my kid to eat oranges. Yeah. You know, as soon as I'm done recording this video, I'm going to tell myself, hey, Allie, 10 points, 10 YouTube points for showing up on YouTube today. And I'm going to feel really proud of myself, and nobody had to validate me for me. So I give myself points all day long. And I have done this for years. I can't even tell you when I started doing it. It's been a long time. I've done this for a long time. If you have a lot of Leo energy, and guess what? Everyone has some Leo energy. You have some. You're going to benefit from giving yourself some points. As you go throughout your day, remind yourself of how great you are by awarding yourself numerous points for all the great stuff that you do. Okay, moving on. Where is your balance between serving others and needing yourself to be at the center of attention? Leo really appreciates the attention of others. Uh, Aquarius really appreciates serving others. How are we going to find that balance between serving others and allowing ourselves to be appreciated for that service? Where do you struggle with the balance between being that lovable, kooky weirdo that you are and also wanting to be accepted and loved by people who might judge the weirdness of you? Okay, what struggles do you have in that balance? Do you have struggles? Have you overcome this? You know, having read a lot of charts, I find that usually when I'm reading charts of people that are over the age of 60, they've like figured it out. They have no problem anymore, and they've sorted out this balance. But for younger people, a lot of times we're still caught in this like, I want to be authentic, but I also want to be loved. How do I navigate the balance? This is something to be thinking about today. Where might you place too much emphasis on what other people think of you? Where might you be fixating too much on what other people think about you? At the same time, I didn't write this question down, but where might you be placing too little emphasis on what other people think of you? I think in our current culture, there's a big focus on do you, no matter what other people think about you. But the secret is that social fabric exists because of what other people think about other people. Like what we all think of each other actually does matter, and it does hurt when people think ill of us. And I don't know. There was a time in my life where I decided I'm not going to care what anybody else thinks. Guess what? It was a disaster, and I ended up sabotaging a lot of things. This was during my teenage years, and then I realized actually maybe I should care a little bit about what other people think. And I started dressing better, and I started acting better, and guess what? My life got a lot better. So I think that there is a happy medium to be made where we do care what other people think. We're going to show up, we're going to put our best face forward. We're going to try and show up authentically and being that kooky weirdo, but doing it in a way that is socially palatable and that people can handle and that is likable. Like, I think there really can be, for most of us, a balance between showing up as we are and being attractive and positive and getting along with other people. I don't know that we have to be authentic at the price of, um, social likability or whatever. There might be a good balance. That's what I'm saying. Maybe there's a good balance where we can let go of obsession of what other people think about us and step into more authenticity and then figure out how to be authentic in a way that doesn't isolate the people around us. I hope that makes sense. And finally, where might you need to heal up your attitude around service or around recognition? To let things go after you do this journaling and you think about what you want to let go of, all you have to do is write down on a piece of paper what you want to let go of, and that's basically it. You can rip up the paper. I often do that. I throw it away symbolically to be like, I am letting this go. We don't expect that we're just going to let it go magically right this minute, but it's kind of more like we are deciding that it's going to be let go of in the future. And so, one thing that I thought of was you can make a list of the things you want to let go of. I want to let go of, you know, being so crazy in how I show up that it's isolating the people that I know. Or I want to let go of being so thirsty for recognition that I end up being passive aggressive with the people that I love because I feel like they don't appreciate me more. And if I'm just kind of passive aggressive enough to them, then they'll appreciate me the way I think I should be. I want to let that go. So we write down what we want to let go. We take a picture of it and then email it to yourself and schedule it to go off to you at July 24th of 2025, which is the Leo new moon. And then you'll have had these few months to kind of assess, you can look back and say, okay, in the past couple of months, did I let go of all of this stuff? What has shown up for me that's helped me let go, or really just given me an opportunity to let go and maybe I chose to hold on. Okay, so we're gonna work on letting go of some of these things, getting some more insights about this Leo Aquarius axis. And if you want to get the most out of this Leo full moon, these are some sessions that came into my mind for that purpose. Now, some of these I recommended for the Aquarius new moon as well because it's on the same axis, rejection sensitivity, releasing shame about sharing who you are, and personality activation. These are all going to be really helpful for that Aquarius side and for that Leo side that both don't want to be rejected. They don't want to be rejected. They want to be able to show up as they are in their full personality, being who they truly are, uh, and not feel afraid of the rejection of other people. So these three are going to be really helpful for that. Now, the session for resentment is going to be really helpful. It's going to help us clear out our resentment against being unappreciated or underappreciated. Healing self-sabotage is going to help us get out of old sabotagey patterns when it comes to how we show up, particularly socially. I mean, like healing self-sabotage, you'll see if you do that session, it deals with all self-sabotage. But my intention is that if we use it for the Leo full moon, we're going to clear out our self-sabotage around showing up as we really are, showing up in our authenticity, and showing up in a way that we can get along well with others and have a robust and healthy social life as well. Social contagion and media addiction is a really great session. And if you have kids that are addicted to their phones, you can do this on behalf of your children. The instructions for how to do that are in the free foundational sessions under how to get the most out of your session. But this one is going to be really helpful because both Leo and Aquarius can end up very phone oriented or like social media oriented, wanting the likes, wanting the social validation. That would be on the Leo end. On the Aquarius end, it's going to want to feel really connected to all of humanity. Neither of those things is bad in and of itself, but if it becomes addictive, if it's kind of like taking over your mind, it's a problem. And so if you know that you're dealing with a phone addiction or something, I'm going to recommend the Social Contagion and Media Addiction series session. Remember to come hang out on Facebook at Intuitive Healing with Allie Duzett. We are all about healing our lives and using the natural rhythms of the universe to help us connect with God and our own intuition to move forward and create the lives that we really want to have. So, all of that said, enjoy the full moon. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope that you have a great day.